Most people dream, but only a few achieve. Why? Because dreams are not decisions. Because success doesn't begin on the outside. It starts within, in a quiet, unassuming place that either builds your future or quietly sabotages it. You don't need luck. You don't need connections. You need one thing, a clear, obsessive goal, and the mindset of someone who already knows it's done. Successful people are obsessed, not with a fleeting wish, not with, wouldn't it be nice? They have an inner drive, a fire that won't let them sleep. If you don't have that drive, it's not a goal. It's a fantasy. Example, someone who dreams of starting a business but hasn't read a single book about it in 3 months. That's not a dreamer. That's an escapist. Obsession makes inaction impossible. Your thoughts orbit your goal even when you're tired, stuck in traffic, or waiting in line. That's your signal. You don't need motivation. You need obsession. Poverty isn't always about money. Sometimes it's just a symptom of a virus that runs deeper. Indecision. You know the feeling. Your head's full of ideas, dreams, analysis, but you don't move. Because maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it won't work. Maybe someone will judge you. And so day after day, week after week, you live in limbo. And limbo drains your energy faster than failure. You've got a business idea. You think about it daily. You've brainstormed names. You even saved a domain in your notes. But months go by, and you still haven't taken the first step. Why? Because you fear the consequences of a decision. But you forget, inaction also has consequences. And they're always worse. The brutal truth: a decisive person with an average idea will succeed more than a genius who can't pull the trigger. Decision equals power. A decision is an energetic declaration. I know what I want. I'm going for it. I'll pay the price. You don't need guarantees. You need clarity. Every day you avoid choosing, you hand your life over to circumstances. And the world doesn't reward the undecided. It rewards those who dare to act and persist. Exercise for you. Grab a sheet of paper and a pen. Not your phone, not an app, paper. And write, what decision have I been postponing for months? What's the worst that could happen if I make it? What happens if I keep delaying? What would the future version of me, the one I want to become, do? Don't answer half-heartedly. Answer like your life depends on it, because in a way, it does. You're not broke. You're drowning in indecision. And indecision is like slowly sinking in shallow water. You can rise up any time. But first, you have to stop waiting and start moving. Success is not a reward for overthinking. It's a reward for a decision others were too afraid to make. Want more money? Ask yourself, what do I offer that changes people's lives? What value can I deliver today? Better than 95% of others? Example. One designer makes pretty graphics. Another understands that his design increases conversion by 15%. The second thinks like a high performer. The first, like a craftsman. You're not here to be good. You're here to be irreplaceable. Money is a consequence. Deliver value. The market pays. It's not about how much you know. It's about whether your knowledge solves a real problem. Wealth flows to those who make themselves useful. Your mind is a factory of reality. But if you let it run on autopilot, it'll manufacture misery. Example. A person who tells themselves, I'm not good enough every day doesn't need enemies. They sabotage themselves. It's not about thinking positive, it's about thinking intentionally. Your inner voice is your source code. Rewrite it, consciously, daily, relentlessly. Imagine your life as a program. Every action, decision, and result comes from the code running underneath. Invisible, automatic, powerful. That code is your self-talk. It's the voice you hear before every move. The voice that either builds or breaks you. The one that says, you can't, or this is your moment. That voice is creating your life. Reflect. When you're afraid to speak up, what does the voice say? When you spot an opportunity but hesitate, what just whispered inside? When you give up on a dream, whose script are you following? These aren't just thoughts, they're programming. And if you run on outdated code, your life will replay the same errors in a different costume. You don't need to be a coder. You need to take control of the voice within. And this doesn't happen once, not in a weekend seminar. It happens daily, consciously, stubbornly, until it sticks, because every word you repeat inside writes your fate. How to do it? Practically. Identify old lines of code. I don't deserve this. This isn't for me. I always mess things up. Replace them with, I'm learning to earn with courage. I act despite fear. Every day I grow stronger. Repeat them, out loud, every day. Understand this well once and for all. Your inner dialogue isn't an opinion. It's the architect of your future. And if you don't rewrite it, you'll keep living by the code someone else gave you. Your parents, school, fear, or the past. But you're not here to copy a broken system. You're here to create your own. A new destiny begins with a new sentence. In your mind. Today. Say it, write it, return to it every day, until the old one fades. That's how you program your future. Successful people aren't superhuman. They've just realized one truth. Your daily routine builds your fortune. Example: 30 minutes of learning per day equals 180 hours a year. 30 minutes of meditation equals a shield against chaos. 30 minutes of planning equals better decisions than 97% of people. Small things? Yes. But done daily, they transform you forever. From the outside, it looks like waking up early, working out, reading, networking, investing. But that's just the surface. The real difference isn't the action, it's the identity. The truly wealthy, not just in bank accounts, but in mindset, don't do habits to achieve something. They are those habits. They don't read daily. They are people who crave knowledge. They don't save money. They are people who respect financial energy. They don't plan their day. They are people who live intentionally. See the difference? If you imitate the habits but don't shift your identity, you'll always fall back. Because actions without identity don't stick. Want new results? Don't start with your calendar. Start with yourself. Ask, who would I need to become for wealth to feel natural? What version of me must die so the new one can rise? How does someone think who doesn't just want more, but is ready to carry it? Because success doesn't come to those wishing for more. It comes to those who've become the person who can hold it. That's why the truly wealthy don't need motivation. They live in a state of internal alignment. Their habits are not obligations. They are side effects of who they've become. You're not here to survive. You're here to build, to create, to leave a mark. It's not the world that's meant to reward you. It's you who must become someone the world can't ignore. Success doesn't start with external conditions. It starts with a decision. The decision that this is your life, and your time starts now.